Hi everyone, welcome to InfoCraft, a segment of Notescraft where we unravel the knowledge beyond the classroom into all things literature such as fiction, non-fiction, about authors, their works, books, plays, TV shows and movies. Speaking of authors, well, have you ever wondered who's behind the groundbreaking research papers published in esteemed scientific journals? Well, what if I told you that in 1975, a physics paper was co-authored by a cat? In the year 1975, F.D.C. Willard co-authored a paper about atomic behavior, 2, 3 and 4 atom exchange effects in BCC3He. Now, this paper was no ordinary piece of academic writing. It delved deep into the behavior of atoms at different temperatures, a topic far beyond the comprehension of most, including, well, cats. As Hetherington prepared to submit his paper to Physical Review Letters, a prestigious physics journal, he encountered an unexpected hurdle. You see, throughout the paper, he had used the royal we, a convention typically reserved for papers with multiple authors. But here's the catch. There was only one author, Hetherington himself. Faced with a dilemma, Hetherington pondered his options. He couldn't simply do a find and replace on his trusty typewriter. So after some contemplation, he came up with a rather unconventional solution, introducing F.D.C. Willard, the co-author of Hetherington's physics paper. But who was F.D.C. Willard, you ask? Well, he was none other than Chester, Hetherington's Siamese cat. And the initials? They stood for Felix Domesticus Chester, with Willard being the name of Chester's father. Portraying F.D.C. Willard as one of his colleagues at Michigan State, Hetherington submitted his paper, and it was published in issue 35 of Physical Review Letters. Hetherington didn't feel too bad about the deception, recognizing the possible publicity value of such a stunt. In More Random Walks in Science, he wrote, "Why would I do such an irreverent thing? If it eventually proved to be correct, people would remember the paper more if the anomalous authorship were known. In any case, I went ahead and did it and have generally not been sorry." After the paper was published, it didn't take long for Willard's true identity to come to light. The first time anyone outside of Hetherington's close colleagues learned of the cat scientist was when a visitor to the college came looking for the authors. Hetherington was away. As quoted in a piece on Today I Found Out, Hetherington said, "Everyone laughed and soon the cat was out of the bag." After that casual reveal, Hetherington leaned into the joke and even issued a handful of article reprints signed by both authors. His was a standard signature, while Willard's was a paw print. Clearly, Hetherington wasn't too worried about how the community would take to his kitty co-author. He even began describing Chester Willard as the university's rodentia predation consultant. University officials seemed to love the idea of the cat as a sort of physics mascot. In 1975, the college's physics chairman, Truman Woodruff, even wrote a letter to Hetherington asking him if he could persuade Willard to join the department full-time. The letter read, in part, "Can you imagine the universal jubilation if in fact Willard could be persuaded to join us, even if only as a visiting distinguished professor?" According to Hetherington, the only people who didn't think the joke was very funny were editors. Chester the cat subsequently retired from science, but his alias took on a life of its own. In 1980, Willard authored another paper, this time solely credited, though presumably with a little assistance from Hetherington. This publication, entirely in French, appeared in the renowned science magazine La Recherche. While lacking the novelty of his initial publication, who would have guessed the cat was fluent in French? But what impact did Willard's feline contributions have on the world? As of today, Chester's paper on helium-3 has been cited more than 50 times, and a menagerie of non-human study authors have followed in his formidable paw steps. In 1978, immunologist and apparent Lord of the Rings fan Polly Matzinger co-authored a paper with one Galadriel Mirkwood, the nickname of her trusty Afghan hound. More recently, in 2001, a paper on gyroscopes authored by A.K. Geim and Hamster Tischer appeared in the journal Physica B, Condensed Matter. Geim won a Nobel Prize in 2010 for co-discovering graphene. Tischer was his pet hamster. Inspired by Willard's legacy, The American Physical Society declared that all cat-authored papers would be available as open-access documents. So the next time you read a groundbreaking physics paper, just remember it might have been written by a cat. Thank you for watching. Please like and share our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you like our content, please let us know what you want to see next in the comments down below.